He is a blessing from the Most High right there in front of you, because 20 years you're going to regret it if you do not give him a chance. No, I'm telling you this.
I need a name for the opposite of being friend-zoned because I am so exhausted of having this experience where I think I've made a genuine guy friend. We're laughing, we're having a good time, we're bonding over mutual interests. It just feels very wholesome and fun. And then they say something suggestive, and then I have to either A, not reciprocate, or B, set a boundary, and then they just stop talking to me. And this can happen in any phase of a relationship. Either you've just met or you've known each other for a little bit. And it's so dehumanizing because it's very clear then that I was only seen as a romantic or sexual prospect and not as a person. If you have a name suggestion for this awful experience, put them down below. Feel free to share your experiences because I would love to have just a bonding moment with people who have also gone through this.
Women don't friend zone men that they like, they friend zone men that they're using. Let me repeat that again. Women do not friend zone men that they like, they friend zone men that they are using. And they are using these men for attention. That's the number one thing. How do you actually know that you're being friend zoned? I'm going to tell you the top 4 ways that you know that you're in the friend zone. The first sign in knowing whether or not you've been friend zoned is if she treats you like a pen pal. And what I mean by this is that she texts you constantly for advice and makes the conversation about herself and lets you give her advice, but she never actively wants to hang out. You're definitely friend zoned if she tells you something along the lines of making a pact that if you're not married by a certain age, then you'll marry each other. Yeah, you're friend zoned like a mofo. The third one is if she tells you all these great compliments about you and always hypes you up, but she's always trying to hook you up with somebody else, it's because you're friend zoned. So what that looks like is, oh, you're such a great guy. And then she lists all the things that are so great about you, but you're such a great guy for her friend Lindsay. Number 4 seems pretty obvious, but if she gets mad at you for dating other people, but then if you break up with that person for her, she still won't date you. And all I'm going to say is that y'all know that I don't believe in the friend zone, but if you guys are going to try to keep yourselves there, just remember that this is because you lack boundaries, you lack self-respect, and you need to find it and get yourself out of these weird situations. Be intentional with your dating, be upfront about what you want, stop playing these games, because if you don't play the games, then you can't end up in the friend zone. Okay, bye.
Yo, what's good? It's Timmy Lee Glean. I'm coming at you with another video. I want to get right into it because once again, a lot of these topics that I'm speaking about moving forward will be extremely personal and things that I've experienced at a high level, and just some things that I know a lot of men have experienced as well. The friend zone. The friend zone sucks. It's one of the worst places that any man can be in a woman's life. And also what I believe it holds you back from the person that's meant for you. And it's not like a woman would intentionally hold you back from somebody. It's literally you doing it. First and foremost, don't ever blame a woman for the place that she put you in her life. Actually, you should be thanking her for putting you in a certain place. You know, it should say a lot about you and a lot about her. If you possess certain qualities and she still puts you in this space, this means she don't really want a man of your caliber, but she enjoys to have you around. But once again, it's not a blessing for you, it's more of a blessing for her. You know, a man will wait 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. He will wait years for his chance. You know, and this is what I was mentioning in my last video about don't be a nice guy. Stop being a nice guy. Like, you never want to be this person with these ulterior motives, you know, and it's not a bad thing to desire a wife or to desire a partner in life and things like that, but if you're doing it like this, you're going about it the wrong way. You're watching this woman date other men and be with other men, and you're just waiting for your chance. No, this should show you everything about her now. You have to look at where she's at now. Scripture says that he that finds a wife finds a good thing and obtains favor from the Most High. And if she's somebody that's sleeping around, or she's somebody that has a man but she has you in her life still as a man, that ain't too good. You know, this is a woman that's comfortable with being with other men while with a man. That's why I say anybody that's a friend zone type of man, you're a homewrecker on some real. You know, you're the person, the shoulder to cry on whenever she has relationship problems, but nothing's gonna happen. Or something will happen, and that's she will get back at the man that she was with, and she will use you as a physical tool to get back at her man. This happens a whole lot with the friend zone guy. And that friend zone guy be, he like, yeah, finally my chance. You have to realize, like, there's so many other women. As the girl said, and you know what, I actually agree with her. I kind of feel like, in a sense, it is dehumanizing. When I say dehumanizing, some women don't believe in what you may believe in. You know, meaning you might want to be married. And you're spending this time with this woman, and in the back of your mind, you're thinking, this is the woman that I want to be with. This is the woman. Now you're making her an idol. And this woman don't even want you. And you, in your mind, and you're thinking that, hey, if I stick it out, if I be the best possible man I can, if I'm always there for her, 3 o'clock in the morning, she has problems with her boyfriend, I'm there talking to her. If she has problems with life, I'm there for her. If she has an issue with her car, I'm going to be there for her. If she needs a little bit of money, I'm going to be there for her. And if you're there, it's just extremely reliable. You're giving wife treatment to the wrong, like, you're giving wife treatment to somebody that does not want you. Usually when men accepts the friend zone, as the girl said, 100% completely right. The man, she said sexual prospect. I think it's less likely that a man will actually wait around for a woman in that way just for sex. I'm gonna be honest with you. If a man is willing to spend time with the woman, be with her, do all this, he's doing all that because he actually wants to be with her. A lot of y'all women might get it wrong or get the wrong idea, but in most cases, I'll say most cases, when a man accepts the friend zone and knows that and is there for you through all your escapades, for the woman that's being with this man, that man, for the woman that's even in the relationship and she has this friend around and he's been around and he's always been the friend, and that's why a man, like, when he gets with a woman and he sees that she has a friend, you know, and a man gonna see right through it, right? This is why us men don't want our women, like men, I'm not talking about no boys or no men. That's why us men don't want our woman to have platonic friendships. We don't want that. If they're not a friend of the family, then it ain't no you have this friend over here, and even for me as a man, then I have this friend over here. Like, we don't have friends, you know, unless they're friends of us. If they're our friend, if they're our family, you know, you even got to be leery of that type of stuff. But in most cases, a man is going to look at this friend zone person as a romantic prospect, and in his mind, he believes that if he sticks this out, he's going to eventually have a chance, and he will stick with her for 2, 3, 4, 5 years as a friend, but never express his feelings, because the moment he feels like if he expresses feelings, it's gonna be over. But first and foremost, if you express your feelings and it's over, then you know it's not for you. In many cases, I feel like all these men and nice guys aren't good men. You know, there's a difference between being a good man and a nice guy. And there are a lot of nice guys that I feel like could be good men. You know, but every nice guy is not a good man. They might have some good qualities, you know, about them, and that's what makes them a good friend. But when it comes to romantically, you never know who this person is when they actually have the chance with you. Some of these men are actually maniacs, you know, and can be extremely controlling and condescending and misogynistic in nature when they actually finally get a chance with a woman. We hear many stories of women giving that chance finally to the nice guy, and it gets flopped because the man that she chose to be in the friend zone, she didn't really choose a good friend. And if that man is a good friend, and you see many testimonies as well that men would walk away from a woman and then she would try to circle or cycle back around like, hey, how you doing, and this and that, and he might get married, he might have his own. That's because that's a man that probably did at a point in time You know, she had a bad breakup, and he, men get tired of hearing about your boyfriend problems, without like, yo, I could treat you better. There's women out there right now that has a best friend that's a man, that he knows everything about her, his ups and his downs, and they both have been through things together, and they clearly love each other. And they clearly work good together. They communicate well. These are the type of people that would have children and be wonderful families. Like, literally, this is the dynamic. This is the dynamic that friend zones each other the most. They friend zone each other the most, and it usually is the woman that sees a man that is actually a husband quality. He probably has a good job. He probably just, like, there's a lot of great things. There's a lot of green flags about him, and she still wouldn't want him. And I try to understand why. But then I understood that we live in this social media age, this social media world, where a lot of women are cool with having options, and even that man that's in the friend zone is her number one option. And if he sticks around for 10 years, for 15 years, she will most likely give him a chance. She will most likely get married and get divorced. She'll have children, or she'll just have children with a man that leaves, and that man is still there through thick and through thin, and she still will not give him a chance, and this and that. And like, it's hell for a man to be in the friend zone. And if you have been in the friend zone before, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It don't have to be the extreme of having a woman having children on you, but a lot of men would have a woman that they would love, and they would have children and this and that, and he'll finally get his chance. You get a diluted version of the woman that you once loved. It's extremely sad to see the state of the world today, to see the lack of fathers, because the men that have the qualities of being a father and a husband are being friend zoned. It's sad because these men are being used. These men are being used for their masculine energy. Sometimes a woman feels comfortable and feels safe around, just a man's masculine energy, just to be around him, to be near him, to have our insight, to have our direction, and you as a man are literally setting up the woman for the next man that she's going to be with. You're setting a standard indirectly with this woman. And a lot of women, and I've seen lots of stories, I've seen lots of testimonies, this woman will actually give this man a chance. Realize that there may be some things off about him, and not off like in a bad way, but none of us are perfect. But she sees the inner qualities that she likes, and she will take those, and now that's her standard for the one that she's outwardly attracted to. She will use these men to get to know what a man really is and what a man really wants. And then she will go and try to take that to the man that she's attracted to. And one problem that these women and these hurdles that they will come into is that they will find a man that outwardly they're attracted to, their type, but inwardly, he doesn't have what she is looking for. So that's her standard. So because of that, that's her standard when it comes to the man that she will marry. That's not saying that she's not going to sleep with him. A lot of these women, I'm talking about in the world, a lot of women be sleeping around. And even people in the faith, they don't sleep around like that, or they shouldn't. But you got a lot of church girls nowadays that would be like this with the church man, but also the men in the world. They sleeping with men in the world. Oh, no, I don't care that you. These are women that say that they're in the faith. They're not born again. You can see the outward qualities, and you can see her inwardly. You can see certain things and how she shows herself and how she puts herself out there. A lot of these women are just like the world, do what the world does. They just found a better way of hiding it behind their faith, behind Jesus, so that's another thing, that people in this faith will hide who they really are behind this faith. And when a godly man comes by, you don't even recognize what a godly man is. You wouldn't recognize what a true man of the scriptures is, because you just want all these men and all this validation and this and that and that and this. When the Holy Spirit comes upon us, it changes our minds. It changes our mindset towards the opposite sex. Once you start to realize that, you start to think differently towards the opposite sex. If you were to have a wife right now, do you think your wife, as a man, wants you to have one of these women around her? Around you? Realistically, think about that. Even the woman that friend zoned you and you have a wife, she think that she's going to be there. Like she feel like she has an entitlement to the man still. The woman that's in the friend zone. And she'll realize that what she had with you is slipping away, and that's when her feelings for you will maybe come out. And at that point, it'll be too late. Some men actually go for the nonsense and the stupid. But one thing I would say about platonic friendships, I'm not gonna say it's impossible to have. I believe that we can cordially and respectfully communicate with the opposite sex. But what I'm saying is, when you're in a new relationship and you have all these things around you, I'm telling you, like, they'll distract you. And it's more likely that there's a man in your corner in the friend zone, that you have a man that he wants to be with her. Not like physically, no, he wants to actually be with her. And you might have it on the other side of the spectrum with a man, and it might have a woman there, and she might not actually want to be with him, but she might actually want to be with him physically. And if he's married, most likely she wants to be with him. We see too many situations where I'm going to divorce her and I'm going to be with you, and a woman would try to break up, or people just want to break up people's homes just to be with them. But you see some circumstances, like it's sad. It's the friend zone on both ends. It's people that want to be with other people but holding on to each other. So then when they get other people, now they want to be with each other. And it's like, you can't be around somebody too long without garnering feelings. You can't be around somebody of the opposite sex. If you're attracted to the opposite sex, by the way, no matter if they look good or don't look good, you're going to feel something towards them. It's just more likely that the man will be more open to a relationship with the person in the friend zone than the woman, which usually, if she made up her mind, she pretty much made up her mind until too much time has passed and she maybe don't look the same that she did, and maybe she had babies or had a divorce, or it's sad that this has to happen, but this usually happens. This is why I believe that you shouldn't have friends of the opposite sex. Maybe people that you, and these are my thoughts, this is my opinion. You know, of course you have people like coworkers you speak with, you have people in the neighborhood. It ain't like you just be weird and just cut yourself off and don't talk to nobody and just I'm gonna be incel men going their own way and just, you know, just communicate with women through cyber technology and have cyber relationships with women through OnlyFans and stuff like that. You know, you want to be somebody that can be confident in yourself and be confident when speaking to the opposite sex. And when you're confident, man, women just gonna want you like that. Like, it's gonna be nothing, honestly. You know, even for, you know, practices that myself and a lot of other men done in semen retention, you know, while you're on this, now you're looking at a woman purely and not just sexually. And with that, you know, it does come a higher standard for a man that's in this practice, you know, that you're not going to just want her for that. You're going to want other things, and you're going to see certain qualities and certain things. And if you're walking with the Most High, you're going to already see that she's in the way. The woman that's in the friend zone is in the way for who is destined for you. And the same thing for the woman. Like, you having all these friends, these guy friends, you don't even understand that you're repelling a man of God, repelling a man in the faith, repelling somebody that's good for you. Ultimately, it's a complete waste of your time. It's a waste of time, honestly, because at the end of the day, for a man, I will say for the most part, that when he walks away from these platonic friend zone, being put in the friend zone, he walks away with nothing but like grief and sadness. Like, a woman walks away like, yeah, that was a great friendship and I appreciate it. I appreciate everything about it. I've learned so much and I gained so much. And a man walks away grieved. So don't think that it's the same thing. There ain't no same thing, double standard. It's different for a man, because up front, a man is going to give his life for a woman that don't even think about him in that way. You know, so when we look at that, it's a waste of time, bro. Like, you need to get out these friend zone relationships and just focus on you and what you got going, and continue to build on your life and whatever you got going, and trust and believe that the Most High, I believe if you honor the Most High and follow him and follow his word, he's going to lead you to somebody. Scripture says that he that finds a wife finds a good thing, as I said earlier, you know, and that's true. It says that this woman of noble character, who can one find? You know, this is a rare woman, you know, and a lot of people quote Proverbs 31, God first. Like, a lot of these women ain't really about it. I'm gonna be honest with you. They're not about it. They're not at all. You know, so don't let no false Christian, false religious woman, you know, come into your life as well. And then you having her in your life and she's just used as a decoy and a distraction. And she secretly has the spirit of Jezebel on her. I know exactly what I'm talking about. Don't leave her alone. Leave them alone. Know what you want. And be upfront about it. Be clear about what you want. My bad, y'all. Camera died on me. I didn't replace the battery and thought I could pump this out in time. And it's funny, I kind of like forced the ending, but my bad. I just want to continue forward from here. You want to be intentional about what you want. If you don't know what you want in a woman, you know, don't say, oh, you're like, you know how men be like, you're the perfect woman. You're the woman I want. You have everything that I need. I think there's an element of lust and physical looks and physical beauty that you may see in that woman. And you might see certain characteristics and qualities that may be desirable and that you like. But as you grow, you're going to realize there's certain things that you want in a woman when y'all both 50 plus. They look at now, but they don't look at, is this the person that I can be with until I'm 50 or 60? You have to be extremely intentional on the questions that you ask a woman if you're getting to know her. And first and foremost, if she has you in the friend zone and you have qualities of a father and a husband, and she's choosing bad men and not you, then that should say a lot about her and her choice in people. And it says a lot about you and your choice in people, that you are literally wasting your time and you think that she's everything that you've ever wanted and ever needed. Go to God, pray about it. That's the number one solution that I'll give you. I know that a lot of unbelievers will come on this channel, and because of the topics that I talk about, will expect the worldly perspective. I would never give you a worldly perspective on how to solve these issues. I'll say go to the Most High above everything, but I'll say it. Leave her alone. As I said in my last video, leave her alone, cut her off, don't be her friend, delete her number. I'm not saying go as far as block or anything like that. And sometimes people do double back. Well, improve on yourself, work on yourself, love yourself, journal, do something, get to know yourself. I don't know, some people seek therapy. That's some people do in the world. And some people in the faith do it as well, but talk to the Most High. He's the number one therapist. And just my personal testimony is that's what I did to deal with a lot of my mental issues. I went to the Most High, you know, in a way that people go to psychologists and psychiatrists and things like that. I lay down right here in my futon right here, and I laid back like I was, and I talked to the Most High about everything. And I remember just doing that over months and months and months. This healing that comes with that, with confessing things and realizing your issues and realizing your problems. You know, there's an issue, there's something that led to you going to these women. It's something that led to you doing this. It's something that led to you choosing these friendships. One thing that I'll say, if you a man, like, get around some brothers that love you. Get around some brothers that's gonna give you some sound advice. You know those brothers that say, yo, bro, you should leave her alone. And you're like, no, I'm not gonna leave them alone. And then you'll go and tell your female friends, yeah, my friend said I should leave you alone. Yeah, they're not good friends. I'm a great friend to you. And it's just like, and then it's just like, she got you in the back of her pocket, yo. And your bros and your homies would know. They would know. They'll say, bro, you should leave her. Like, if you have good friends that are around you and you telling them about this, they'll say, bro, she don't want you. Like, she already with this dude. She already with that dude. Or, you know, she don't like you. Or, you know, she don't like men like you. You know the type of guy she go for. If that's a woman, you have to pay attention to what kind of guys the woman goes for. You have to pay attention to that. And trust and believe when you start to look at certain quality, like when you start to look at things from a different lens, not your lovey-dovey lens, not your Cupid shot you with the arrow lens, but look at it as a man. Is this the woman that you think? Now think about it. Is this the woman that you think would be married to you until death do you part? Or is this a woman that is for the moment? You haven't even thought 5 years past this moment, that even in 5 years you might still be in the friend zone and she might eventually have a child with another man and you're still going to be there. And then this happens a lot with men. they'll go ahead and they'll take care of that child and come in and step in and just for her to leave him anyways. And there, you wasted time with this woman. You probably married her, had children with her, just so she can divorce you for irreconcilable differences. I'm not saying this is all cases, by the way. First of all, if you're doing marriage without the Most High, it is completely hopeless. People don't care about them vows, especially women in this society today. They do not care about vows. They do not care about none of that. They care about what I'm getting at this time. Do you make me happy? And if you don't make me happy, happy wife, happy life. No, happy spouse, happy house. Happy husband, happy loving, Not just playing. But I just wanted to make this video because a lot of people are very confused about this, and it's pretty simple. Just like the first young lady that I played, and you could see that she's very confused at that space that she was in, and that's because when men are around women, and I'm pretty sure she probably got a cool personality and everything, and that's probably why she attracts these guys to be around her, to hang out with her. A lot of the advancements, some people want a woman physically, but a lot more men, I believe, they want a relationship. I believe that I'll go as far as to say there's a higher percentage of men that actually wants a relationship and wants marriage than men that wants to physically be with you. And if you think about how women racks up the bodies, I could just count in Buffalo right now, and I know for a fact, listen to me, I know for a fact, and this is just the city of Buffalo, I know for a fact, I know 10 men right now that has over 100 physical bodies. And I know probably a good 20 plus women that been with these men, that been with all of them. Basically what I'm saying is there's usually a larger percentage of women sleeping with a smaller percentage of men. A larger percentage of men that desires marriage, but they're desiring it from a smaller percentage of women. As it says in I believe Ecclesiasticus, where it says that a righteous woman will be given to the righteous man, but a wicked woman will be given to the wicked man. The Most High is protecting his daughters from weirdos. The Most High is protecting his daughters from misogynists. The Most High is protecting his daughters from somebody that is low-key abusive. Rather not, if he's not physically abusive, he can be mentally and spiritually abusive and domineering. And there's a lot of men that could be in this category that uses the Bible out of their insecurity, uses the Bible to manipulate and to control his woman. And if you feel like you have to control a woman rather yet than for a woman to submit to you, then that's just another thing in itself. And I feel like when a man gets into these relationships with these women and he's seen the qualities that she has already, when he gets with her, now he wants to change her into stuff that he wants for her, even though he wanted her. But now when he gets with her, now he wants to change things about her. He wants to change how she dresses. He wants to change how she acts. He wants to change how friendly she is with the opposite sex. He wants to change that. And then if somebody is insane enough, he'll get abusive over those things. This is the same man that has these kind and sweet qualities in the beginning. You give him a chance and he flips the switch and turns it. A lot of women talks about these testimonies all the time. You never want to be that dude. Like, you want to be the person that walks away whenever. And if you love yourself, man, just leave her alone. And I believe there will be somebody better. Rather she looks better or rather she is better inwardly, I would say go for the latter more so. And just focus on the inner qualities of yourself and focus on what you want to build in your life and who can help you, assist you with that. That's what you go for. People think too deeply about looks. People be happy to be friends with a pretty woman. I'm not gonna say it, but I will say it. A lot of the more prettier women are actually boring. I'm talking about 9s and 10s. They are boring. Those are the ones that need to get drunk and do this and that and go out and be around this and be around that. And, a lot of them could be fun, but I'm not saying that. But some people need to be drunk to have fun. Some people need to this and that. And I'm not saying this about all pretty women. There's some pretty women that are fun, and I've met some, so I'm not saying that, but what I'm saying is it's more likely that a pretty woman doesn't have to be as fun, or it doesn't have to focus on personality, doesn't have to focus on the inner qualities, because she's already outwardly beautiful. She's already attracting attention and this and that. So sometimes it'd be somebody that's less attractive usually, and it don't mean that she's unattractive, doesn't mean that she's ugly or anything like that. But and I believe ugly is I just see me, I believe the Most High made us the way that we are. I believe beauty is a gift. A certain level of beauty is a gift, but I believe it's more of a gift to discover somebody that's really for you. You know, some people I've seen a meme before where it says, man, too ugly, then there ain't no love like two ugly people, because you know they love each other for them. I think it's kind of mean to call people ugly in that way, you know, but basically they look like they match and fit, you know, and that be the thing as well. Like, do the two people match? And just, you know, physically, I believe there's some aspects to it that match, but this dynamic works the best because these are two people that realize, like, hey, we on this level, you know, let's be together. And you probably notice a lot of these situations work out, you know, they work out for the best. It's funny because I feel like in this I'm making a whole different video. That's not my intention to make a different video. It's really to focus on the friend zone, and that you never want to be somebody that is in this place. You never want to be that person. It's funny because I said a whole lot that I'm probably not gonna put in this video, but I truly hope that you are blessed by this message. I hope that whatever man or even whatever woman comes on here, I hope that you could take something practically, not to just come here to try to take a soundbite from me and be mad at something that I said and not look at the overall message that I'm giving to you. The friend zone is the absolute worst place for a man to be in. You as a woman might feel different. You might feel wonderful that you have a friend that's there, that you could talk to, that's kind, and that's this and that's that. It does come off as using him, you know, for his presence, and you're holding this man back. Or better yet, he's holding himself back from holding on to you as the woman that has men in the friend zone. And just know that it's okay to let a man go. And if you can't let him go, think about this as a woman. Just entertain the idea right now of this great guy that's right there. He is a blessing from the Most High right there in front of you. Because 20 years, you're going to regret it if you do not give him a chance. No, I'm telling you this as a man. And I know that there's going to be some women that come back around. The clock is ticking. I feel it. 5 to 10 years. 5 to 10 years, they're going to double back around. Like, I'm telling you this out of my love for you as a woman. Especially as a woman of the Most High, and you have a man of God there, and you know by the Spirit that this man will be a great husband. He will be a great husband to you if you just give him a chance. Get to know him. Get to know his story. Get to know his life. He will be a blessing to any woman, and you're not claiming that. And the Most High has him in your life for this reason. And the Most High will have you in a life as a blessing, or he will be a lesson. Because trust and believe, you will not find another man like this that's right in front of you right now. Women are hurting right now because they messed up that chance. Women would even go as far to marry him just to mess it up. I'm telling you that you don't want to mess this friendship up. You can extend the friendship. You want to be friends with the person that you're with. You want that. If you have a solid friend and this man is your best friend and he has great qualities, he don't have no woman, he ain't had no woman, that man is waiting on you. And sometimes y'all think this pursuit thing, the man don't want to pursue you because the moment that he says something, he's going to get shut down, and he knows at that point the friendship is over. He got to cut you off. And you as a woman is cool with using this man. It's selfish. I'm telling you, it's selfish. There's a good woman out there right now that will die to have a man like that. And you have him right there, right in front of you. It could be right now, it could be another time. And you as a man, if you are this man to this woman, and this woman could be a great woman, express yourself, man. Just express yourself. And if she don't, then it's over. That's it. Leave her alone. But ultimately, I hope that you've been blessed. If you rock with any of my content, I say that you like, subscribe, comment, and express your thoughts. Tell me if you've been blessed by it, or just give your thoughts. Tell your story. You know, I'm not just here to just really make videos to put them up just for, no, like, I want to be able to interact with real people. I'm a real person, and you're a real person. I'm not just this person on the other side of the screen that's in this. I'm a person. I'm a believer in the Most High and His only begotten Son. And simply, I'm just here, you know. So if anybody desires to, you know, have dialogue about this, you know, I just hope that this helps you. Yo, if you rock with it, once again, watch these videos. I feel like it'll bless your life. And may the Most High bless you in Yahusha's name.